black people aren't talented. Yeah. No judgment here. No judgment here. But it's true. If you disagree, I'm sorry. It's fine. I'm sorry. Like, nobody. Hello, no time. Hello, no time, no see. Long time no see. Yes, long time no see. The problem, okay. Tell me why, the subscriber, because everybody's literally nobody. Like, this is an empty stadium. Like, tell me why the subscriber number is like at like the cube root of 8. Like, babes, let's fix that. Subscribe. And hello, long time no see. And initially I was planning to do a vlog, an exam vlog for term 4, but it was just really bad. It was bad. There was just minimal amount of footage, and if you see me sweating, sorry. It's Mpumalanga, you know. Usually, when am I not sweating in these videos? So yeah, and today's video is gonna be a little bit different than what I usually post on here. Usually I post vlogs or like reaction videos, but really today I'm talking about I'm gonna comment on a certain topic that has affected me during my entire life without me even knowing it. You know, I look kind of cute today, so kind of a comment like I look hot because I'm ready. So I wanted to talk about colorism, yeah, and how it has affected me as a person of color. And I think colorism doesn't exist in all ethnic groups and racial groups, and I think that it's something that is not really talked about enough in society, because I didn't even understand how it affected me until I was like, what, 16? Like, I'm 16 right now, so until like probably last year, that's when I saw the effects. And when looking back at all of my behavior, I realized that, oh my god, like, I've been affected, and the way my mental health and how I view myself through an external lens has been affected because of colorism. So if you don't know what colorism up to this point is, here is a rather more clear definition. The definition of colorism states, or rather says, I mean, no judgment here. No judgment here, but it's prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. And this is important because I was saying it's among most racial groups, Hispanic people, like Asian people, and I really hope the sun is just glaring at my tablet, and it has like, I'm just trying not to for it to blow up. Okay, thank you. And it happens among like all racial groups, Asian, Hispanic, and not really amongst white people. I've never really seen a white person that says that they've been affected by colorism. If you are, just like, I don't think it exists among white people, and it's weird, and it's something I have to research because it's not something that I did research here. And one of the first points that I wanted to make is colorism in South Africa, because that's where I live, obviously, and this is where I've noticed it. And especially among women, because I don't necessarily think colorism affects men as much as it does women, the feminist I am. So, skin lightening. Skin lightening cream has been popularized, especially among women. While a lot of doctors and practitioners advised against skin lighteners, beauty standards have a more powerful voice, especially Eurocentric beauty standards, which are beauty standards which promote lighter skin, straighter hair, small noses, etc. And this is something when you often don't get represented, or when people pressure you to look a certain type of way, obviously you're going to start seeing yourself as ugly, you're going to start seeing yourself as intolerable, you're going to start seeing yourself as, just not appealing enough to the male audience and the male gaze. Because let's be honest, beauty standards are based on the male gaze. That's just a personal opinion of mine. But I really truly think like how women are meant to look is the way men see women. And realistically, it's not that way. All women are different. They're not little Barbie dolls that you can make. And yeah, beauty standards can be good in some way, like, because if you fit it, obviously you're beautiful as fuck. But at the same time, I don't think that should define beauty, especially external. And especially when it comes to skin lightening creams, where you have creams that are endangering your health, all for beauty, all for the sake of beauty. Yeah, for the sake of beauty, obviously it's concerning, because there are places where you can buy, very cheap skin lighteners, and they're just really bad for you. So just as a person in general, you shouldn't use skin lighteners. But again, it's a controversial opinion, because it's something that it can make you happy, you know, like if you shouldn't to look, if you want to look a certain way, it's kind of like plastic surgery, it can make you happy, but you shouldn't feel like that just because of colorism, you know. And another thing was lobola, which is a sub topic. If you don't know what lobola is, it's basically payment that you give to the bride's family in order for you, the groom, to take in your wife and turn her into, you know, your family's slave. Just kidding. So here's some note. According to statistics, you are less likely to get married if you are dark-skinned, even more less likely to be in an interracial relationship. And even if you do get married, the lobola price will be a lot lower than your lighter counterpart. And this is due to the kind of like internal subconscious belief that a dark-skinned woman is going to produce dark-skinned babies, which is not true because my mom was light-skinned, my dad was dark-skinned, and I ended up being dark-skinned. It's not always true, you know. Some people within families end up being light skinned, some people end up being dark skinned. It doesn't make them not siblings, you know. And when you're you know, marrying a light skinned woman, like obviously that's going to be taken into some sort of consideration. It's not, I don't think it's something that people actually talk about, but it's something that's just immediately when you see it and you're like, yeah, you know. And another thing, the topic of lobola is controversial on its own, but that's another topic. And that's another topic, obviously, and I'm not going to talk about it, but it is controversial the more you think about it, but it makes sense culturally, right? Now, another topic that I wanted to talk about was colorism impact on beauty standards, especially women, right? General beauty standards are based on Eurocentric beauty standards, which promote, again, lighter skin, straight hair, small noses, etc., and which a lot of dark-skinned women don't have. We've seen the rise of rhinoplasty and different surgical procedures to achieve these looks, but they simply don't look natural. Again, with the rise of plastic surgery and skin lightening, so many women feel pressured, especially black, dark-skinned women, to use skin lighteners, to have rhinoplasties, you know, and maybe to have smaller lips or smaller noses, you know, just to change their face to fit the beauty standards that men so seekingly want. And you know, it's just unfair, especially because no one said that dark skin doesn't mean beautiful. Like, I feel quite beautiful right now, actually. If you disagree, I'm sorry. It's fine. I'm sorry. Like, nobody cares. Stay with your opinion like that. Yeah. So yeah. So it's just terrible, actually. And no one should have to feel pressured just because. Cause I don't think this is something that I don't want to say white women, but light-skinned people. I don't think it's something that light-skinned people experience. Like, obviously, they can feel pressure to get plastic surgery, but I don't think they feel it as intensively as dark-skinned or black-skinned women, you know. Also, makeup brands do not supply appropriate shades for dark-skinned women. I've heard so many stories of women just struggling to find a shade, and that's like impossible because literally shade is just mixing red, blue, and some other color. Red, blue, green, whites, dark. Like that, it's just mixing colors. You know, you shouldn't go to Sephora or whatever makeup brand store and just, you know, not find your shade just because you happen to be dark. Because again, there's so many different shades. So many different shades. We're human, we're diverse, we are spread apart in the world. Why shouldn't every single makeup store, even if it's like low in stock, at least have it in stock, at least consider it? Why shouldn't that place have your shade, you know? At least that's something that I wanted to talk about. And that the colorism industry, because especially also in advertisements, you know, kind of like in makeup advertisements, not having dark-skinned women. But I'm going to touch on that in the last topic that we're going to do. The impact on the entertainment industry, men and women. Colorism in the industry results in underrepresentation in television. If you're an aspiring actor like me, and also happen to be dark-skinned, you might be aware of the small chances to actually make it in this industry. The underrepresentation can also result in internal racism or colorism due to the belief that you are not pretty enough or tolerable enough to be on screen. By tolerable, I mean appealing, you know, so, because we don't like looking at ugly people, that's not lie. Like, when you have an ugly character and they just happen to play an antagonist, it's, you know, it's just the worst combination. If black people aren't talented. Yeah. Even if there are dark-skinned actors, they are often cast as the antagonist or intolerable female who doesn't want love. And this goes over our heads since being represented, even inaccurately, is seen as something to be grateful for. I remember as a kid watching certain shows and just watching just dark-skinned actors become the antagonist or just not be in relationships, such as kind of contrasting their light skinned counterparts. Because and it really hurt me because it was like, I want to be in a relationship, like, I want to be an antagonist, I want to be a protagonist, you know? And it's kind of like, it goes over your head. I remember having this thought of internal racism, and maybe I was talking to my cousin when I was like, what, 12? And we were having this conversation, and they were like, why doesn't Disney cast more dark skinned black leads? And this literally, I was like, oh, black people aren't talented. Yes, I do deserve to get cancelled for that. Because my 12-year-old mind shouldn't have been thinking about that, you know. But then in retrospect, I was really experiencing a lot of internal racism at the time because of this underrepresentation, even though no one had told me that I was experiencing it. Looking back, it was like, that wasn't an opinion I was supposed to have because I'm a dark skinned black child. Am I not talented? You know, and I remember as a kid wanting to have smaller lips and smaller noses and remember lighter skin, and it's just it's such a sad thing because even now as a not a grown up but like as someone who's getting older each and every single day, there are people that still comment on my skin, don't want to be lighter, don't want to be darker, and that hurts me, you know. It hurts your mental health, and if you keep hearing something over and over and over again, obviously over time you're gonna believe it, you know. And I think there's another thing where it comes to the fact that it comes to the fact that I'm an aspiring actor, you know, I'm very artistic, I like acting, and I feel as if being an actor in general is hard. You know, being an actor is hard, getting a job is hard, getting a, you know, kind of like a paycheck. Not like a paycheck, but like a paycheck, like a constant income each and every single month. Because it is a freelance job, you're jumping from project to project, and the chances of you getting cast in project is like very low. Like only 2% of all the actors in the world actually make it big, meaning that 98% is the majority. So the chances are very low, you know. So that's what I'm. It's sad because when you're dark skinned, it's even lower, you know. So that's the sad reality about it. And do not mind that. Do not mind that, please. Yeah, and another point that I wanted to reach before this video gets too long is possible racism, and with question mark. Possible racism from white directors casting light-skinned actors was a question that popped up and vanished in my head, since racism is the hatred of the entire ethnic group. But colorism is present. Light-skinned or mixed actors fit the Eurocentric beauty standards more than dark-skinned people, resulting in them getting casted more. Although you wouldn't really say that the true representation of black people, they are the comme se dice acceptable part of the black community, and this is something that Zendaya has brought up in the past, saying that she's very privileged to be her shade. People have brought this up to her and saying, yeah, you may be black, but you're not the true representation of the black community, which I agree. You know, as much as you're mixed and as much as you're black, then again, you don't look black. You know, you could easily pass off as someone who, you know, you look black at the same time you don't. You know, you don't have those. Because let's look at Zendaya. Zendaya doesn't have a lot of black features besides her skin. She has a small nose, she has small lips, she has a small forehead. You know, she doesn't embody what being black, or she doesn't fit Afrocentric standards, which are based on African culture, and she doesn't. But she fits more so of the Eurocentric standards. Now, when white directors are wanting to cast black leads, they tend to gravitate towards mixed or light-skinned people that fit the Eurocentric standards, which is just wrong. Because there might be someone who fits the role perfectly, or just happens to be dark-skinned. Like we have Lupita Nyong'o, like for Pete's sakes. Like it's not racism, but at the same time, it is something that's really sad as an actor to find that out, or to experience, or to see that with your eyes. Because let's be honest, growing up, or just if you grew up around 2010 until now, you know, or 2000s until now, or whatever timeline you have right now, except if you were born in the, you know, 2010, you know, you might have seen a lot of this happening, and it's just sad. And not that like mixed people or light-skinned people aren't talented, it's just like, why can't we get equal attention? You know, all of us are talented, and there's a space for all of us. You know, like, why? Yes, finally, question of the year. And the last one is the possible solution. While in the makeup industry, there's been a surge of dark-skinned models and a bunch of new shades. Acting-wise, there's still some underrepresentation, but it's better than nothing. Again, better than nothing. There are a lot of dark-skinned actors in the industry, and honestly, I'm very proud to see that, you know. I mean, there's Lupita Nyong'o and practically the entire cast of Black Panther. Although everything seems fixed, it's not. As a dark-skinned person, I've had a ton of negative comments on my skin as a male. So I can't even imagine what dark-skinned women go through. We need to educate the future generation on media. I'm happy for what has been done, such as adding dark-skinned characters to shows like Barbie and other popular TV animations, having an entire Marvel movie with the majority being dark-skinned actors, and etc. Like, there are a lot of changes that have been done, but it's still not enough. We still need to educate the generation, and I feel like as time goes on, we are going to learn this. We are going to fix this, and I truly feel as if it's still a big problem that affects me now, and I still have to be comfortable in my skin because it's kind of like permanently ingrained that I'm ugly just because I'm black. But each and every day, I'm just changing that belief. So yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's it for this video before my tablet really explodes. I don't want this video to be too long. Grade 11 is killing me right now. And sorry for looking here. I just look pretty today, sorry. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And this year in 2024, I really want to do a lot more diverse videos, such as maybe gaming, who knows? Gaming, commentary, especially commentary, heavy-on commentary, maybe a little less vlogs, but obviously vlogging for you guys is very nice because I'm vlogging for an inanimate audience. Like, where are y'all? Come here. And yeah, sorry if I look crusty, musty, dusty, just came back from Saturday lessons, so I'm hungry. Yes. And I'll see you in the next video. I don't know when that'll be, but hopefully it will be soon or somewhere next month. You know, it's currently February, so maybe in March. I don't know. Maybe it could be even further, because I'm a lazy bitch, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, bye.